the significant achievements, skill sets, I would hope that graduates from the program develop professionalism, resilience. Coming into college every day is no easy task. Some classes are 9 a.m. in the morning. They're stuck in traffic. They have to make an extra effort to get here on time. There's all of the assessments. There's all of the studies that's required. At the end of the 3 years, they've spent 3 years building a discipline in terms of the attention to detail and the professionalism in terms of the preparation of documents, submission of assignments, taking on board feedback, and then incorporating the feedback that they get into their next assignment or their next exam, etc., etc. When they go into industry, one of the big things that industry looks for, especially when you start to move up the ranks in terms of positions of authority, it's all about professionalism. It's all about the attention to detail. It's not a case that we leave things to tomorrow. It's about time management, preparation. I think Holmes' educational approach is certainly up there with the best of them. I've often referred to Holmes as being a bijou private provider of higher education from undergrad and postgrad level. The reason why I say bijou is because we look at the new crop of hotels that come up, and these bijou hotels specialize in a particular traveler. Holmes specializes in a particular type of student. The majority are international students. We specialize in business. Everything that we do is built around developing the students' acumen in the areas of business, business discipline, business entrepreneurship, business development. So I think that there's definitely a focus between all of us as lecturers in terms of instilling in the students the ability to identify, let's say, a business opportunity for themselves, and then having the skill sets to be able to exploit it in the absence of getting their dream job or in the absence of getting a position. So now they're actually able to create a business for themselves and hopefully then develop it into the future. One of the problems, certainly when I graduated from college, I had all of this theory. When I went into the workplace, I actually didn't know how to apply it. I wasn't able to build a bridge between the theory and the practical application. What we do here is introduce real-time case studies, and those real-time case studies provide the basis of the continuous assessment. Now, in terms of the continuous assessment, it's all about evaluating real businesses in real industry that operate today. Taking the theory, identifying within the business how the theory actually applies, and then making recommendations actually for the future. So we use some of the big Irish organizations. In first year, actually, we use organizations that students may have worked in either at the moment or in the past. And basically they're being asked to identify examples of the theory being applied in the workplace. Now by using organizations that the students actually work with, it gives them the opportunity to identify a real-time example from their own experiences. Once we have that, we build on that by introducing multinationals, very successful global businesses, and maybe some that are not so successful, but then we ask the student to provide recommendations in terms of how the organization can actually improve going into the future. In terms of the student's future career, this is a business degree. It involves 36 different subjects. All of those subjects gravitate towards giving the student a very broad understanding of what business is. So the student has two opportunities. Well, actually, the student has three opportunities. One of them, let's say, is combined with a third one. The first one is they have the skill sets to start a business of their own. So they know all about entrepreneurship, they know all about strategic management, they know all about HR, finance, they know all about evaluating a business, how to evaluate a business environment. They know all about marketing, digital marketing. Okay, so that's the first thing. All of those skill sets the entrepreneur actually needs in terms of developing a successful business for the future. The second item is, as it's a general business degree, students can identify a particular discipline that they actually like, and then they can go on to master's level and focus on that discipline. So for example, they could take their business degree, apply for a master's degree in HR, or a master's degree in digital marketing, or a master's degree in business administration. Right. The third one is they could actually apply for a position as trainee manager, trainee supervisor, and develop a career in any industry. Now, earlier I said that two of them go hand in hand. Well, a student can go in and get a position as a trainee manager, trainee supervisor in any industry, experience it, and then decide to go back to do a master's degree in the area that they have now decided, this is where I want my career. The program itself provides the grounding in terms of giving the student the ability to choose the career that they want to go into in the future. In terms of Holmes' role in preparing the students for the modern business world, as we say, the program itself covers a very broad spectrum of modules. There are times when students don't realize what the connection between the different modules actually is, but it's only when they graduate and they go into the working environment, it's only at that point that they fully understand that, oh, I remember we did that in college. I remember we did that. I remember we did that. They may not remember it in detail, but they'll know where to get the information. Business at the moment is moving at 1,000,000 miles per hour. 6 months, it changes, mainly because of technology. So while this is a general business degree, and it's not a technology degree, we're developing the ability to identify the kind of technology that we need to facilitate my business, my career, my position as a manager in terms of decisions going forward. Holmes' role is to constantly look at what the environment is doing and to incorporate that into the modules. So the syllabus changes. So as society changes, as new theories and new business models come out, we incorporate those new theories, those new business models into the subject area. Our assessments change, they evolve. So you'll find that, let's say, a group of students graduated 2 years ago and they were given this type of assessment, but students graduating today are given a completely different type of assessment. The reason for that is because society has moved on and we now need to assess them differently in terms of the requirements that they want or they need when they go out into the business world. I think one of the benefits that Holmes actually has in terms of students coming in, and it's a big distinguishing feature between the larger universities and the larger institutes. There is a tendency for students to be overwhelmed and they get lost. They don't know where anything is. They feel they can't go and talk to their lecturer. Holmes is very much compact. So the minute a student comes into the place, they get to know the lecturers, they get to know my name, even though they keep calling me teacher all the time. I keep telling them, my name's not teacher, my name is Charlie. Okay, so call me Charlie. Even if we meet out in the street, we stop and we chat. Students can come up at any time in the building, ask questions. Right? We're not afraid to engage with students. And I think that's the big difference between Holmes as a smaller, compact, closely knit college, higher education college, and in terms of colleges, the much bigger colleges. Right? Certainly, the bigger colleges do offer a lot of other stuff as well, but ultimately when it comes back to a focus on learning, Holmes has a much closer knit relationship with the students. So even at graduation, we know every student by name. We know the ones that have done very well. They deserve to be there. Okay, we go on the journey with them. We want to feel part of what they've actually achieved, and we want to be there with their success.